Okay, we're about to perform camera inspection here. We are inside the basement, going through a 4-inch clean out, well actually 3.5. About to go in. Now as you can see here, technically this is how the line is supposed to look. It's supposed to be nice and clear like this. This is a connection right here. This is how your pipes are supposed to look. This one is a little bit offset, but not in a major way. As if you look further down into the line, you see a round black hole. That is how your sewer is supposed to look all the way through. Nice and empty and clear all the way through. So we're about to push through. There's another connection here. It's not connected properly, but it's not too much of a hazard. Again, here another connection, a little bit offset, nothing major. Same here. Everything looks good. This is the way the sewer is supposed to look all the way out. Now here is one major disconnect here in the pipe. This is one of the bad spots. As you can see, the pipe is no longer connected properly and it's starting to drop. So the bottom of the pipe right there, everything has to build and go over this to make its way out. There's our other connection. There is a crack right there on the bottom, but nothing too major. Okay, everything still looks good. No major issues there. A little bit of water in the line, but that's going to be normal. Any more water than this will be a problem. So this connection here, not the greatest, but it's still pretty good. Here again, that's a good connection. Now technically the bottom where the water is, that's the bottom of the pipe. So the top where the white stuff is, that's the grease. Here, if you look at the left side of the screen, there's a little bit of tree roots coming into the line right there. Again, this looks good. Pipes are connected well here. A little bit of grease buildup, but nothing major. Now we're going to start running into the actual problem. So if you notice earlier when we started and I told you to look down the line, everything was nice and clear. Well, now if you look down the line here, everything is going to start to get smaller on you. So as you can see, this is a 6-inch pipe that now about here we're down to about 4 inches. We're about to get underwater, and this is where the problem is going to be. So if you look up ahead of you, you're going to see a tiny black hole. That tiny black hole up there is where the problem is, and that is where the pipe is no longer connected properly. I'm going to push the camera up to it, but it's going to be a little bit hard to see because it's going to go underwater. So that is our bad spot. I'm going to push through it. And now we should be out of water here. So now we are 50, almost 60 feet in. and the pipe is still holding water, as you can see right there, straight ahead, there's more tree roots in the line, so that's a break. In order for tree roots to get inside a pipe, there has to be a break. I'll move up closer so you can see it. Those are tree roots right there on top. The tree roots can always be cut out as long as we can have a 6-inch access inside the line. So the roots aren't too much of a major problem, because as long as you have the access installed, we can always cut them out. Going to move up just a little bit, because the next connection here, right there, that's another bad break. That's where the connection is, and on the right side, as you can see, there is a big ball of tree roots already growing into the pipe. So again, that pipe is not in the greatest condition, because if tree roots are inside the pipe, that means there is a break or a separation for that to happen. And as we move forward, that connection looks good. Again, we're going to be underwater a little here because of all the grease buildup and the roots. And the line is underwater again because we are not able to get a 6-inch cutter inside the pipe to clear everything completely out. Once you have the access installed, then you can go ahead and clear everything completely out of the pipe. There is no way you can ever clear a 6-inch pipe through a 3-inch hole. We're going to pull it all the way back. Again, big ball of roots right there. Another ball of roots there on top. That's another bad section there. We're going to be underwater from this pipe not being in the greatest shape. But the main problem is going to be where it marks at 43 feet. Because that is where the pipe is no longer connected properly. That has the biggest drop, and the biggest separation is right here. It looks a little fuzzy because of the sewer gas that's traveling through the line. But again, if I pull back slowly, you are downsized to a very small hole. This is how it is supposed to look all the way through. This is me going backwards, pulling the camera right back out, so you understand the difference of how the pipe is supposed to look compared to that bad spot you have and how that looks. We are almost all the way out. As you can see, all this pipe looks great. Again, you do have some small disconnections that are minor, but nothing too major. That does tend to happen, so it's nothing you can really stop. And we are all the way out now. That is the problem. Those are the issues in the sewer line. And as a matter of fact, to do you a little bit extra and a little bit better, I'm going to show you on the outside where this is. Let's see if we can make this stretch here. As long as I can get into the stairs right there, I can wheel this. Might as well, I just might as well get everything on camera. I'm going to attempt to show you on the outside where the problem is. Okay, so we're going to go up the stairs here. Out the back door. And that is it.